Today I'm covering one of the top country artists in the world, from his chart-topping successes to his arrest records. I've got it all about Morgan Wallen. This is The Melody, and I'm your host, James Shelton.
Student, now we're ready to share stories of melodies that fill the air. From rock and roll to soul and everything in between, we'll take you on a journey, it's a sonic dream. Welcome to the Melody Podcast, where music comes alive.
Morgan Wallen is a country singer known for his hit songs like You Proof, Last Night, and Whiskey Glasses. He first rose to prominence with his appearance on the 6th season of the NBC singing competition The Voice in 2014. Wallen's music has since garnered mass appeal, with his 2023 album One Thing at a Time rising to number 1 on the Billboard 200 and Top Country Albums charts. At one point, he simultaneously held half of the top 10 tracks on the Billboard Hot 100 with songs off the album, something only 5 other artists, including Taylor Swift and the Beatles, have accomplished. However, the singer has also stirred controversy with his offstage behavior, including his using a racial slur in 2021 and throwing bar chairs off of rooftops. Morgan Cole Wallen was born on May 13, 1993 in Sneedville, Tennessee, to parents Tommy and Lucille Wallen. He has 3 younger sisters, Ashlyn, Michaela, and Lacey, who Tommy and Lucille adopted in 2021. The family later relocated to nearby Knoxville when Morgan was a high school freshman. At age 3, Wallen started singing at the local Southern Baptist Church, where Tommy served as a pastor and eventually sang 3-part harmonies with Ashlyn and Michaela. He received a violin for Christmas at the age 5 and began taking lessons. He also played and trained on the piano growing up. His father was a rock and roll music fan and introduced him to artists such as Lynyrd Skynyrd, Fleetwood Mac, and the Eagles. However, Wallen first believed his path was baseball, playing for Gibbs High School in Knoxville, which also calls Kenny Chesney and Aluminums. He became a star shortstop and pitcher, but during a game his senior year, he suffered a torn UCL in his elbow that required surgery. Colleges lost interest following the injury, and Wallen took a few months off following his graduation in 2011 to figure out his future. He said, "I prayed and tried to figure out what was my plan and my purpose. That's how I started writing songs and playing guitar just to get my feelings out." Wallen began his music career by playing for his mother and friends, who told him he had talent. However, it would be his appearance on a popular reality TV show that would truly set him up for success. I am flubbing today already. In 2014, Wallen boarded an airplane for the first time to fly to Los Angeles and audition for the 6th season of The Voice, the popular NBC singing competition show. He performed Halle Day's 2003 pop hit Collide and impressed celebrity judges Shakira and Usher. He said, "I think that there are no voices like your voice on today's radio. That's why I turned my chair," Shakira told him. It says, "Manly as it gets." Wallen chose Usher to be his mentor. Wallen made it through the first and second battle rounds, performing Avicii's Hey Brother and Story of My Life by One Direction. Maroon 5 frontman Adam Levine even stole Wallen for his team of performers. However, Wallen was eliminated in the playoff portion of the competition. Still, the experience increased his profile and allowed Wallen to pick up industry connections. He also zeroed in on country music as the genre that best suited him. He said, "It may not have been the biggest influence in my life as far as musically, but once I started writing songs, it just sounded country." And I was like, well, I guess I'll sing country music because this is the life I know. Breakthrough, Whiskey Glasses, and other songs following The Voice, Wallen moved to Nashville, Tennessee to advance his career. He formed a temporary band called Morgan Wallen and Them Shadows with Serge Sanchez of the group Autumn Smash. Those are the names that he formed the band with. Sanchez introduced Wallen to executives at the Panacea Records, which signed the artist in 2014 and financed an EP called Stand Alone, and the single was Spin You Around. In August 2016, Big Loud Records announced it had signed the then 23-year-old Wallen, who continued working with music producer Joey Moll. Wallen released his debut single with the label The Way I Talk that same year. Next came his debut studio album, If I Know Me, in April of 2018. It rose into the top 20 on the Billboard 200 and contained the songs Up Down featuring Florida Georgia Line and Whiskey Glasses. The latter reached number 1 on the country airplay chart and peaked at number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2019, making his biggest success to date. Wallen went on tour with Florida Georgia Line that same year when the Country Music Association named Wallen the new Artist of the Year at the November 2020 CMA Awards. It cemented his status as one of the rising stars in the genre. Wallen continued to surge in popularity with his second studio album, Dangerous, the double album, in January of 2021. The release debuted at number 1 and had the largest streaming week ever for a country album, according to Billboard. It contains songs like Seven Summers and Wasted on You, which peaked at number 6 and number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. Dangerous proved to have staying power as the album reached its 86th non-consecutive week on the Billboard 200's top 10 in September of 2022, the most ever. Peter, Paul, and Mary held the previous record, which dates back to the early 1960s for their self-titled album. But Wallen wasn't resting on its success. In May of 2022, he released the single You Prove. The song became Wallen's top chart performer, peaking at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. Thought You Should Know debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 the same month and reached a high point of number 7 almost a full year later. By then, Wallen had already released his 36-track album One Thing at a Time and embarked on a since extended 65-show world tour. The March 2023 album was an immediate success, quickly topping the Billboard 200 and placing the song Last Night atop the singles chart. 4 other songs, You Prove, Thought You Should Know, Thinking About Me, and the title track, simultaneously reached the top 10, making Wallen accountable for half of it. Only Taylor Swift, The Beatles, 21 Savage, Drake, and Juice WRLD had accomplished the feat. Unsurprisingly, Wallen won the Academy of Country Music Award for Male Artist of the Year in May of 2023. Months later, in September, he was nominated for 3 CMA Awards, Entertainer of the Year, Male Vocalist of the Year, and Album of the Year for One Thing at a Time, but he left the ceremony empty-handed. In April of 2024, Wallen began a months-long extension of his One Night at a Time world tour from the previous year. He has also received 6 ACM award nominations, including in the categories of for Entertainer, Male Artist, Album, and Single of the Year. While Wallen has generally made headlines for his music, the singer has also gained notoriety for several offstage incidents. He was arrested in May of 2020 on charges of public intoxication and disorderly conduct following an incident at a bar and steakhouse owned by Kid Rock in Nashville, Tennessee. In October of 2020, Wallen was scheduled to be the musical guest on an episode of a sketch comedy show, Saturday Night Live, but in the days leading up to the performance, videos emerged on social media showing Wallen drinking shots, kissing fans, and failing to follow social distancing guidelines after a football game at the University of Alabama. Because of show protocols amid the COVID-19 pandemic, SNL replaced Wallen with the White Stripes frontman Jack White. Wallen owned up to his behavior and 2 months later made fun of himself and the incident during a rescheduled appearance on the show in a skit with actor Jason Bateman. Then in February 2021, TMZ posted a video of Morgan calling his friend the N word and using other profanities outside his Nashville home following a night out with friends. Wallen quickly apologized for using the slur, but some radio stations and streaming services dropped him from their playlist. He was also disqualified from the 2021 ACM Awards and temporary dropped by his label Big Loud. That July, Wallen gave his first interview following the incident to ABC's Good Morning America and said he didn't mean to use the term in a decorative manner, I guess that's what it is. He said, I was around some of my friends and we say dumb stuff together. In our minds, it's playful. That sounds ignorant, but that's where it came from, and it's wrong. Wallen said, adding that he and his friends had been drinking leading up to the exchange. Wallen said he had donated $500,000 from his album sales, which spiked following backlash to organizations such as the Black Music Action Coalition, and spent a month in rehab in San Diego. He said, I spent some time, just trying to figure it out. Why am I acting this way? Do I have an alcohol problem? Do I have a deeper issue? He explained. Wallen disappointed fans in April 2023 when he canceled a show at the University of Mississippi minutes before taking the stage because he had lost his voice. A couple weeks later, the singer revealed doctors had ordered him to go on extended vocal rest because of his injured vocal cords and vocal fold trauma. He canceled 6 weeks of shows on his One Night at a Time world tour. He returned to perform in late June at Chicago's Wrigley Field. Most recently, Wallen was arrested again in April of 2024 after allegedly throwing a chair off the roof of a bar in downtown Nashville. Metro Nashville police charged the singer with 3 felony accounts of reckless endangerment and 1 misdemeanor count of disorderly conduct. Wallen waived his right to appear in person at a preliminary hearing and is slated to appear in court on August 15, 2024. He said, I'm not proud of my behavior and I accept responsibility. He posted that on social media. So let's talk about Morgan Wallen's personal life. Wallen reportedly began dating Katie Smith in 2017. The pair dated off and on through 2019, even becoming engaged. But they ultimately split. They share a son, Indigo Wilder. Indigo, or Indy, was born in July 2020 in Nashville, Tennessee. Although the singer and Smith had split by that point, Wallen has said that the two do their best as co-parents. His parents also traveled from their home in Tennessee to care for Indigo. Morgan said, I just hope to give him as sound advice as my parents gave me and show him love and let him know that I'm here for him and that I'm his friend. In June of 2023, Indigo was taken to the hospital after being bitten in the face by Smith's dog. He received stitches but was okay, according to Smith, who looked to rehome the animal. Wallen also quietly dated model and influencer Paige Lorenzo starting in 2021. According to reports, the couple broke up in February 2022, only weeks after going public with their relationship. As of June 2023, Wallen was rumored to be dating fellow country star and singer Megan Maloney. However, Maloney didn't confirm or deny a relationship in an interview with People, saying the dating gossip made her feel really uncomfortable. Morgan Wallen's net worth is estimated to be around $12 million. Morgan recently released a song with hip-hop artist Post Malone titled I Had Some Help, which broke the record for most streams accumulated in a day by an all-male collaboration across any genre. The song was streamed 15.9 million times on May 10th, 2024. Moments before the 2024 ACM Awards on May 16th, 2024, as country music fans were wondering what surprises might be in store during the Frisco, Texas ceremony, Morgan Wallen offered up an unexpected treat of his own by sharing a new unreleased song. The snippet for Love Somebody, which was accompanied by a video of Sneedville, Singer-songwriter cruising down the river in Nashville follows the release of Morgan's blockbuster collaboration, I Had Some Help, on May 10th. Excitingly, this seems to signal that new music from Morgan Wallen is intimate. With Love Somebody, the latest in a string of unreleased teasers for tracks such as the fan favorites Lies, 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 I Guess, and Come Back as a Redneck. Although we're still waiting on an official release date, Morgan Wallen captured the infectious pop leaning clip with a caption teasing, I feel like this is going to sound good on a boat. This surely means that Morgan's planning on dropping Love Somebody before summer gets fully underway, with the up-tempo offerings similarly set to be the perfect heatwave companion for I Had Some Help. Here are Morgan Wallen's top 5 songs, and with 15.9 million streams, I Had Some Help featuring Post Malone is, of course, number 1. Number 2 is Last Night. Number 3, Thinking About Me. Number 4, You Proof. And number 5, Wasted on You. My personal favorites are Man Made a Bar with Eric Church, Thought You Should Know, and Up Down featuring Florida Georgia Line. If you'd like to see the full biography of Morgan and other artists, visit shopmelody.com and view our blog. And while you're there, sign up to become a member to get access to exclusive content and discounts only for Melody members. Make sure you follow our podcast so you know when a new episode drops, and also give us a rating and share with your friends and family and tell them about the best new music podcast. Thanks for listening. I'm your host, James Shelton. I'll see you later.